Imagine this. You've just gone through the hardest battle of your life fighting for a family. Through endless IVF cycles, enduring loss after loss, while clinging to hope. And instead of support, your own parents send blame, criticism, and judgment. Now imagine, in the middle of that storm, the one person who promised to protect you, your own husband, hands your private pain over to them. That's exactly what happened in today's story. A man betrayed his wife's trust, sided with his parents, and nearly destroyed his marriage. But what came next? A brutal reckoning, a breaking point, and a revenge that left everyone shocked. If you've ever had toxic relatives, if you've ever been torn between love and family loyalty, smash that like button. And stick with me because this story isn't just about betrayal. It's about justice, heartbreak, and a man learning the hardest way possible who his real family is. Set up. The marriage and IVF struggler storyteller is a 40-year-old husband. 4 years, he and his wife have been battling infertility, pouring their hearts, their bodies, and their souls into IVF treatments. Each cycle brought hope, and each failure, devastation. They were bruised emotionally, but not broken, until his parents got involved. See, when the husband shared the good news of a positive transfer with his mother, he thought she'd finally be the supportive parent he needed. Instead, she pried for details, dates, and timelines like she was planning a doctor's appointment. Not celebrating a miracle. Then came the miscarriage. And instead of comfort, his mom sent articles on what they should have done differently. Subtle, but sharp. A knife dressed as concern. To his wife, this wasn't just cold, it was blame. And that was the moment the couple agreed. No more sharing IVF details with his parents. Conflict rising. The venting and the betrayal. But one night, after another emotionally crushing day, the wife broke down. She vented, raw and unfiltered, about how his parents made her feel. She said they acted superior, that they lacked empathy, that they always made things about themselves. Was it harsh? Yes, but it was in the safety of her own home, to the one person she trusted most, her husband. Except, he betrayed that trust, because deep down, he couldn't stand hearing his parents criticized. Instead of holding his wife through her pain, he ran to his mother and repeated word for word everything his wife had said. The fallout, immediate. His parents turned icy. His wife, blindsided. Her private words, her vulnerability, weaponized against her. And the man who promised to protect her, he became the weapon. Escalation. The group chat explosion months later. After yet another heartbreaking miscarriage, the couple tried to maintain some civility. On his father's birthday, the wife herself suggested reaching out in the family group chat. She typed the message, hit send, and silence. Then they noticed. His father had actually left the group chat by accident, his mom claimed. But everyone knew WhatsApp doesn't work like that. Still, the wife, desperate for peace, re-added him and resent the message. And what did he do? Left again. This time, deliberately. It was a digital slap in the face, and it spiraled into text. Wars, his mom accusing, his wife defending, nobody apologizing. Just more walls, more coldness. The parents positioned themselves as victims, demanding the wife apologize for being rude. But the wife, she refused, and she was right. The breaking point. Wife versus parents behind closed doors. She told her husband the truth. She didn't trust him anymore. She felt abandoned. She felt like he had chosen peace with his parents over loyalty to her. Worst of all, She confessed something devastating. She sometimes thought of leaving him, not just because of the betrayals, but because she felt like she was failing him by not giving him children. And she believed, if she left, he could go back to being the perfect son, free of the tension she supposedly brought. Imagine the guilt, the heartbreak, the crushing realization. He had made the love of his life believe she was the problem, when really, he was. The revenge. Cutting off the parents, that was his turning point. The revenge in this story isn't screaming or public humiliation. It's quiet, devastating, and final. He drew a line in the sand. For the first time in his life, he told his parents, "We're taking space. No more updates. No more forced civility. No more pretending they weren't the problem." He stopped defending them, stopped relaying their words, stopped letting them poison his marriage. And the ultimate revenge. He chose his wife. Publicly. Loudly. Completely. Because nothing destroys manipulative parents faster than losing control over their child. Nothing burns entitlement more than realizing they no longer get to dictate his loyalty. 4 years, they wanted her gone. Instead, they lost him. Climax. The parents' reaction. The father, who had been too cowardly to even acknowledge birthday wishes, went silent. The mother, usually so loud, had nothing left but passive-aggressive remarks. They had demanded an apology. Instead, they got exile. They had tried to pit husband against wife. Instead, the betrayal forged a stronger bond between the couple. The wife, though scarred, finally saw her husband stand up for her. And the parents, they were left with their own bitterness, their own cold group chats, their own empty control. That's the revenge. Not fire, not fury, just absence. A silence louder than any fight. In the end, revenge doesn't always look like shouting or plotting. Sometimes, the sweetest revenge is choosing love over toxicity, loyalty over blood, and building walls around your peace so no one can touch it again. Asterisk, if this story hit you in the heart, smash that like button and tell me in the comments, have you ever had to cut ties with toxic family? For the sake of your relationship, I want to hear your story. And don't forget to subscribe, because more stories of justice, betrayal, and redemption are coming your way.